Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'm Randy and this is a contest entry, and it's a contest entry for my good friend Aaron Mutha Alamare, the king of the VCLT. I think about everyone has received some VCLT from Aaron. I know I won, I think, a second contest that he did, and then he threw in some VCLT with it. But he has the Tipsy Tuesday, he loves hard rock and metal, but he also loves all kinds of other genres as well. And Aaron, I don't know if he was the first, he was either the first or the second person to subscribe to my channel, so I'm always thankful for that. And he's celebrating 3 years in the vinyl community, and so it all revolves around threes. He wants us to show the third album in an artist discography that we think is their best, or maybe our favorite, I guess you could say. And he also wants us to shout out 3 VC channels as well. So the first channel I want to shout out is Jack the Music Guy. Now he's a young guy from my neck of the woods, and he loves his classic rock. And so I think we need to support, younger people that love the music we love and keep music going, as they say. But yeah, Jack the Music Guy, I recommend, and I'm gonna put a link below to the channels that I'm shouting out here. Second one is Christian Osorio. Now he's from Santiago, Chile, and he participates in like all the threads and all the contests, and he's a lover of hard rock and metal as well, and his favorite group, I think, is Iron Maiden, but I think you should support Christian down in Santiago, Chile. We need to make this more international. And well, and speaking of being international, my third one is going to be John at Down Under Tunage from Melbourne, Australia. He has a wide variety of music that he loves. He always introduces me to new Australian artists, and he even likes Maria Callas, the opera singer. So, but wide range of taste for John at Down Under Tunage. So those are the ones I'm shouting out. Now to the second part of Aaron's contest, where he wants us to show where the third album is the best in an artist's discography, or our favorites, I guess. I mean, it all works out that way. This is our favorite, so we consider it the best. But anyway, so the first, I thought of 3 right away, but people have already shown these. Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run, Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Armed Forces, and one of the best double albums of all time, The Clash, London Calling. So I'm not going to show those since people have already done that. So let's get started with my picks. Now for this group, some might pick their second album, which was produced by Elvis Costello, called Run Sodomy and the Lash, which is a great album. But I'm going to say it's my favorite of theirs, by the Pogues. Their third album, If I Should Fall from Grace with God, came out in 1988. I just love the title track on here. It's my favorite Pogue song. It also has one of the best songs ever about immigrating, and it's called Thousands Are Sailing, really touching song. And also, every Christmas you got to hear Fairy Tale of New York that Shane MacGowan sings with Christy McCall. But just a great album. If I Should Fall from Grace with God by the Pogues. There's the label. Yeah, 1988, great third album. And a lot of people would pick the second album, or the first album from this group, but I'm picking from the English Beat, or if you were in the UK, they were known as the Beat. They couldn't use that name, I guess, in America because there was already a group called the Beat. But this is Special Beat Service, their third album, which I think they kind of refined their sound and is the most interesting. The early one, I Just Can't Stop It, is a great album. A little more rambunctious, I guess, which maybe appealed to more. But this one had like one of their best kind of ballads ever with End of the Party. Dave Wakeling's vocals on that is just great. Save It for Later, which was probably their biggest hit in the US. I think it was even bigger hit here than it was in the UK. I Confess is another great song off here. But yeah, Dave Wakeling and Ranking Roger, they later left to form General Public, and then they've kind of toured, I think Ranking Roger put out an album as The Beat without Dave Wakeling, and Dave Wakeling put out an album called The English Beat without Ranking Roger. Of course, Ranking Roger passed away a few years ago. But anyhow, yeah, Special Beat Service. I love this album. This was on the IRS label. Yeah, it came out in 1982, their third album, and my favorite by The Beat, or The English Beat. And my third example is Mink DeVille and the album Le Chat Bleu from 1980. It was on Capitol label. But yeah, Mink DeVille the group was really Willie DeVille, but he had some great musicians with him. Later, the group would break up and it would just be Willie DeVille, or else he dismissed the other people. I can't remember how that went. But yeah, he started in the New York punk scene, but he was always had an R&B soul. He had that great smoky voice. And on this album, he does 3 songs co-written with Doc Pompous, and they're just fantastic. Actually, my favorite song by him is on here. It's a great ballad, Just to Walk That Little Girl Home, that he wrote with Doc Pompous. Also does another one with Doc Pompous. Well, there's 3 of them on here, but what's the other one I really... The World Outside was another one he did with Doc Pompous. That's really great. Another ballad on here, Heaven Stood Still, which Willie wrote. And then 2 really pretty good rockers is Lipstick Traces and Savoir Faire. But great album and my favorite, his 3rd release, Mink DeVille's Le Chat Bleu. And that's my entry into Aaron's contest. Congratulations, Aaron, on 3 years in the VC. Everyone subscribe to Aaron, which you probably already are, but thanks, and hope everyone's doing well.